My name is Quianna, and I started my life with a heroin addiction. My parents were both addicts, and my mother used heroin during her pregnancy, so not only was I born premature, but I spent my first year in a detox in a hospital. And because of my parents' addiction, I was taken away and put into multiple foster homes, all of which were horrible experiences before I was taken in by my great aunt and uncle when I was 4. And they were both retired, and they gave me an amazing childhood. They put me into theater and dance classes, and I excelled in school, but I always still really felt this hole in my life, that there was something missing that I could never fill with anything. And over the years, I tried filling that hole with anything the world offered me. It was drugs or alcohol or relationships, men, anything that would take me out of the reality that something was still missing. And I decided to go off to college, but I failed out of all of my classes, and that's when my addiction took a turn for the worse, and I picked up heroin and methamphetamines. And very shortly after, I ended up living homeless under a highway overpass outside of an airport, and literally just dying. And I woke up one day and I had this feeling like it was time for me to get out of that situation, and I didn't have another opportunity. So I booked a flight and came home, but my addiction just picked right back up again. I had just moved from one place to the next and nothing had changed. And one night in this clouded stupor that I was in, I decided to find a long-term program. My sister had sat next to Rodney Hart on a plane coming home from Puerto Rico, and that was the first time that we had heard about Teen Challenge. And a week later, they had gone to the Manchester Mall and they'd seen the guys out on DAT, and my brother bought a book that he gave to me, the first Change Lives volume, and when I came home, he gave me the book, and that was actually what I used to come into this program. And it was the hardest thing I had ever done. It was so structured, and it was faith-based, and it was everything that I hadn't known, but there was a piece in me knowing that if this worked for everybody who had tried everything else, and there's no reason why it shouldn't be able to work for me. And very early on, I felt this peace and this comfort knowing that I was exactly where I was supposed to be, that later on I learned that it was only the Lord calling me back home. And being in the program 16 months, I had a lot of revelation. I had a lot of time to spend with God, and I started to find out what was important to me. I know that I have a heart for full-time ministry. I know I have a heart for missions. I now am staying as an intern for the internship program, and I'm interning under the Department of Choir, which is something I love. I get to go out every Sunday and present the women's choir to congregations to help keep our doors open, to spread that message of faith, and that's so important to me and so humbling to me as well, because after everything that I've been through and everything that had been taken away, the Lord gives so much more back than we ever expect, and I'm just so humbled and so grateful that He uses somebody like me with a past like mine to bring other people back to Him. And I'm just so grateful for the opportunity I've been given here and the life that I'm able to live through the vessel of Teen Challenge and having that personal relationship with the Lord.